Welcome back to Factorio Seablock and TSM. I believe we are maybe 90, episode 90, something like that. So last episode, if you recall, we made all of this here to handle the processing of the tungsten. Remembering, of course, that we don't actually have tungsten ore at the moment. We needed another process that needed ore refineries. So we made here the reinforced concrete. We have quite a supply here of it now. Let's grab a few. Actually, you can go back there. We'll get the 200. I think it's 100 per, and we need like 18 of these. So we need quite a few of them. But let's see if we can build these now. The ore refinery, that's this one. We can build 5 apparently, and then we're short on tungsten. Okay, let's grab some more tungsten then. That's this one. And we're going to need more of these as well. That lets us build a further 3. Oh, and then it's just this again. 2 more. That's 10. I think we're going to need 18 of these. So let's see what we're short of. It's both now. I guess at least we're getting some use for the tungsten. 4 more. Let's see, we are short of processing units now and going to be short of tungsten very soon, so I guess we'll get another stack of tungsten while we're here. And we'll also race down to the bottom, grab some more processing units, which is quite a long race, but yeah. Artillery still going strong. Yes, it's not a short way down our mall anymore. Our bus anymore. Here we go. These are processing units. And how many more of these? We do want 4 more. So that is good. All right. I know I'm going to need some of this stuff. I guess we have all we probably need. So let's head over to our train. Oh yes, so I continued the tungsten down with some ghosts. In this middle section, of course, the base bots were able to do a job, so that was good. We need to get to here for the tungsten, don't we? No, up here. Tungsten. Stop. All right, let's start at the top. So if you recall, we need this purified version. So instead of pushing this straight out this way, actually it stopped anyway. Does that mean we're out of the... no, we're not actually. We have acid as well. What are we out of then? Oh. Calcium sulfate. We're not unloading calcium sulfate. Surprised we've had as much produced as we have if we need to be unloading calcium sulfate. Yeah, we probably need the calcium sulfate to come up here. So let's get rid of the calcium sulfate. I wonder if there's a way to use calcium sulfate. I'm fairly sure there is not. There it is, calcium sulfate. Usage. We can make sulfur dioxide gas. That's it. And lime. Interesting. Okay. I do perceive a possible use for it though. Okay, so I think I need about 6 of these. Jeepers, they're not small. 6 of these machines. What are you on? You are basic transport belt. How am I going to fit 3 lots of this in here? I think we're going to have to move it over because I want probably 2 lots over here, which means we don't actually have... I think I may have a little bit of landfill extra. That's not very much. There and probably in the area just below. Because I basically want to get probably 2 up here. This guy probably needs to be moved. And we need 1 down here as well. I might just quickly check if there's any extra land. Oh, there's tons in here, so I don't need to be quite so protective of the resource, I guess. We need you to come down here. I don't really need you though. Right, actually that might still be in the way there. I might have to put it down here even. Yeah, on second thought. Let's do that again. So if we get too much of this, that's not going to work. There. Now, I need to fit 3 of these. Oh, I've left 3 up top. Okay, I need to fit at least 3. Maybe that one's in the way now. Do I want to feed it like that, or do I want to feed it round behind? Doesn't really matter, I guess. So you guys are going to make purified bobmonium. I think what I'll do is we will split here and oops. We'll run around the outside. Oops. Like so. And then this can just empty onto a middle belt. Which looks like we're not going to have enough of this belt as a consequence of this process. Actually, if we go along there, oh, so you have 2 outputs, do you? No, you just have 1. But we are putting the... okay. Okay. So this one... that's a mess. That's not what I wanted at all. That one needs to do what it was doing before. Because that's getting rid of the, what are they called? The crystals. These red things. The geodes. It's getting rid of the geodes. Right, it's this here that we need to have come down here. So, let's see what we can do. Something like that is what we actually need. And then you need to get to sort of up there, which will be slightly more convoluted, especially since I didn't bring any more of the undergrounds that I really need. What sort of belt are you? Just basic, okay. Now, no, I don't want the... I'm going to pick up catalyst as well. Never mind. None of you are powered, which is great because it means I can get rid of these crystals. Power. And on the other side here, oops. More crystals, in you go. Right, that seems to be working. Okay, so we now need, over here, we need to try and fit in the other 12. So what I might just do is make a copy of all of that. And we need one over here. Probably about there. Whoops. Moved at the last instant. In fact, let's just wipe that out because that is not quite what we had in mind. That's more like it. So we need more landfill over here. Ow. I'll pretend I care about the fiction of this pump. So instead of going this way, it should go this way. Instead of being that, you should be the Givelite. I don't appear to have any more. Okay, we'll have to use this belt then. Am I out? No, I'm not out of those guys. that's should allow us to go up. Whoops. Maybe I should do something like this. Oh, good grief. How much of this stuff have we got? Now, you guys will be the blue one. Whoops. 3 more. Hopefully we only have 3 more. Okay. 1, 2... Now, the biggest problem with this, as far as I can see, is that we don't have any room for expansion in this area. Having so many processes forced in. This is it. This is as good as one of our builds for tungsten is going to get, unless I can come up with a more compact way of doing it all. So we'll just have to build multiple of these builds. Oh god, that's too close. We need to shove all of this over by 1 more tile. There's probably some pipes that I'm going to need to fix. That's not even close to what I needed you to do, machine. Oh, it copied. It didn't cut. Okay. I do know about Control Z. I haven't had to use it too much, but I do know about it, and that's what I just did. Okay, let's try this again. Cut, Control X. So these guys are going to help, are they? Don't mind if they do. I really need better bots than this. This is just crazy. Very, very slow. Okay, let's do a little bit of this manually. So the point of that, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, if it's 5, we're going to use red to get over there. We need to have an input here coming from coming from there. Hang on. That's not quite everything that we need there. One of these. Okay, so that's the blue. Now, yellow. Yellow needs to go there. And there. Where are these two machines gone? I know I built them. They're in there, aren't they? For some reason, these bots are refusing to bring them. So it's fine to go and grab them, but it's not fine to deploy them. Alright. Now, blue. And I'm out. So we're finally getting tungsten. Hooray! I think there's a whole lot of... No, there's not actually a whole lot of, but there's a little bit of bobmonium chunks. Yeah, there's just a little bit of bobmonium chunks in there. They need to be redeployed here. Gets rid of the bobmonium chunks. What else do I have? I have some steratite crystals. You can go in there. I have some givelite crystals. You can go in there. I seem to have some sapphirite ore. You can... Oh, wrong one. It's steratite, not sapphirite. Okay. Yes. That appears to be a complete process. This looks a little imbalanced. Probably sort itself out sooner or later, but yeah. What about the others? Hard to say. Okay, how fast are you building up now? 1K. 1.1. Well, you are building up. That's the main thing. So, when it's greater than 16k R, how about we change that to our usual P, and in here, trains on the way is greater than P, then we can call tungsten ore, tungsten ore, tungsten ore. That is not defined. Okay. And that's the wrong one to call anyway. That's the wrong one to call. We should be calling the tungsten empty train, which is also not defined. All right. Yes, we haven't defined the tungsten, so let's do that now, shall we? Tungsten. Tungsten and the empty tungsten train. That will come from empty tungsten. That one. No inactivity, wait until full, and then we'll create the tungsten tungsten. Tungsten tungsten, which will be tungsten supply. That one. Get rid of that. Okay, that's it. How are we going? 2.4k. Now, I do believe we created the... That's geodes, is it? What? Yeah, your geodes. Did I create a tungsten or not? Geodes, what's this one? There we go. That's the train. So we should have a empty tungsten. Yes, we do. 218. Oh, what? No, that's geodes. This one, 218. Yes, correct. Okay. 1.4, 2.9. Okay. I think we can leave the tungsten for now. There's several other things that we need to do. I think what we'll do is we will head maybe to here. Go away. Actually, I should probably have grabbed a little bit more of the sand, but never mind. So why are we heading here? We are heading here for the very good reason that when I want to craft these, I need to craft that needs virtual particle accelerators, that need polished rubies, and I don't think there's anything in here that needs the polished rubies, or here. But I do want to get onto this science sooner or later. And to do this science, we are going to need access to those polished rubies on a regular basis. So I may as well make sure that we can do them. So, the rubies. To get to polished rubies, we have currently raw rubies, ruby ore turning into raw rubies, and then this process that needs grinding wheels and water gives you a cut ruby, and then you need to go through an extra process to turn it into polishing ruby. I know that I set up grinding wheels way over here somewhere, here, but I would have to say that this is not kind of ideal. So I am wondering This one might need the carbon. I don't really want to redo all of that. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get the wheels from there over to here, especially in any sort of volume. And then what's the next step with the gems? To turn it into a polished ruby, you need polishing compound and polishing wheel, which is steel plus wood pellets. And the polishing compound. I don't think it's in there. Polishing compound needs alumina and base mineral oil. Which I don't think that one is going to be a problem. But these other things kind of are. Polishing wheel. Wood pellets. I mean, like, I know I make wood pellets over here. Yeah, these ones are wood pellets. Right? Yes. Right. How many recipes do I actually have for wood pellets? Just the one, I think. Let's have a look. There we go, wood pellets. Yes, we only have this one recipe, so cellulose fibre. I could either take some in a circuitous route from here, somehow through all of this maze, and then across to here. Or I could make some locally. I mean, there probably is room. I should probably fill out a bunch of up here and up here. There was this thing here, Tianton, that we could grow and process to make these wood pellets that we need as part of our machine. And then I would simply need to get some steel over here, which we could certainly do. We could run a line through here because it's not nearly as full as it once was. I'm not sure if these things do anything anymore, because you don't really have the inputs you need, do you? No, so I could probably get rid of that, run steel through here, so we can definitely get the steel. So I'm thinking I do actually kind of like this idea of just growing some this stuff. Tianton locally, which would mean I need a what does it mean I need? Bioprocessor. Basic farm. We just need basic farms. I don't know how much of the stuff I'm going to need. I won't need much to start off with. So let's just have a look. Basic farm. Well, let's build a couple. We're probably going to need at least one of these. And what was that other thing that we needed? We needed a bioprocessor. Oh, we need to turn these... Oh, that turns them into the cellulose fiber, a bioprocessor. So we're going to need a bioprocessor. We are probably also going to need... so we need to go from cellulose fiber to the wood pellets. So we need one of these sorts of machines. Again, unknown exactly what capacity. Whoops, that's what I wanted to click on there. I guess I'll make a level 2 machine for now. So that gets us our pellets. And then from pellets, we want to go to the polishing wheel. That would be probably another yellow machine. And of course now we're short on things. Most notably iron, I'm guessing. No? Oh, we can build one of those, but then we need extra iron. Okay, so that is iron. Okay, let's build another one of those. That will get us our polishing wheels. And the special lotion, the special sauce, we need base mineral oil and alumina. Okay, I know in one of these places we are actually getting an accumulation of alumina. This one. So I could deliver alumina and base mineral oil. We have this collection of it right here, so I don't mind pumping it from here directly into here. So that's definitely an option as well. I think while I'm right next to this supply, let's get sort of a few thousand few thousand sand. And I think if our plans are what I've kind of outlined, this bottom area, we may as well claim most of it for land. Maybe leave a little bit of room somewhere so that we can get water. For our agri business. There we go. That actually used up most of that. I wonder if I should perhaps leave enough room for another one of these just in case. How much have we got in there? 31,000. Yeah, we might need more. I just want to check how the tungsten is doing. 8,000. Okay, so it's not producing all that quickly. These things are a little slow, perhaps. Or... oh. Why is blue so slow? Sulfuric wastewater. Getting rid of the... oh, and sulfuric acid is not in sufficient quantities. Probably due to oxygen being hopeless. This one ended up stealing oxygen from down here, if you can call it stealing. I may need to even... I think it's probably up here. It's probably better if we actually deliver oxygen. If we're still getting excess oxygen, we kind of are. I almost need to go back to the old way of doing things here, just so that we are continuing to supply an excess of these gases to other parts of the factory. Worth considering. Anyway, let's not be distracted any longer. For now, I want those basic farms. Like so. You're going to be doing Tinatan or Tianaton or whatever it is. You are probably going to need a seed extractor. That one. Now I'm pretty sure somewhere in this base I actually have the Tianaton, and I'm not going to be pronouncing that well anytime soon if you were inclined to wonder. Yes, in here. We have 5. Hopefully that is enough. Do we have any more over here? I seem to remember... No, it doesn't look like it. So hopefully 5 is sufficient. We're probably going to need something else in this process, which might not be as easily forthcoming. How much do you actually need to do your process? 5. Okay, you also need soil and you need water. Okay. Well, there's your 5. There's your soil. And I knew we were quite possibly going to need water. So let's get another pump. And up we come. Oh, okay. Well, we're not very far away from where we're making these things, so on this occasion it's probably perfectly fine just to pop over here and grab some more. That should do. Now I guess the next thing is, what are we going to do about soil? Soil. Oh yes, this also needs to be expanded because we're not getting down to these guys. That's part of our plastic issue, so I need more of these, I think. Or is it because of thin mud water now? Why are we not getting enough thin mud water? Are you not getting enough? Light mud water. Concentrated mud water. I might need to make another stack of these just so that we get more soil. This isn't proving to be a particularly reliable means of getting much more soil. In fact, we don't look like we're getting enough soil at all anymore. I know down here somewhere we have a whole lot of compost, which we can probably distribute a bit to try and speed up the soil a bit. Maybe I need to check how many ways I have of making some soil, as that's a fairly important ingredient here. Soil. Okay, so we have mud and compost method. We also have sand and compost method. Either way, we need the compost. That's it. Mud or sand. Sand needs more compost, which I guess makes sense. Washing machines. It's all used, isn't it? This is the one that they're relying on. Washing plant 2. All these machines are going constantly. I think the only option I have really is to make more. But how am I going to get to the compost up here? Alright. Compost. Compost. You can, okay, you can make, yes, that's right. Green algae, brown algae, red algae, blue algae, just wood, or some of your cellulose fiber. And mud comes from all these products. Maybe what we need to do is set up some washing plants to feed a bit more of this stuff. That sort of sounds like a plan. But I am a little bit conscious of the fact that we're constantly going over time, and we've come to a bit of an impasse as to exactly how to proceed. I'm going to have to build some washing plants. So I think, yeah, what I'll do is I will make some more washing plants so that they can feed out into more of this stuff. Basically, because that will help our production over here, which is probably, yeah, so the nutrient is not making it over there because you're not getting any sand, is it? All the way down here, the white sand. So we can use a row to make the mud we need and to help support these guys as well, and perhaps another one or two. And rather than just carrying on for another half an hour and I've got to go off and make machines and I don't know how long this is going to be, I'll probably do a little bit of that off camera, and hopefully we'll be a lot closer to getting these rubies sorted by next episode. I guess just before we go, let's have a quick look how this is going. 11k, so it's still a bit of time off. I'm not convinced that we are making this product fast enough. We may need to upgrade those ore refineries at the earliest opportunity. Hang on, what's that? That's not... these are the things. Oh, we'd need advanced processing units, so that doesn't look like something that's happening in a hurry. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye for now.